Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Veronica and today I wanted to reveal this Creek Cabana starter home in Willow Creek that is like one of the cheapest starter home in our starter home area, and I did place it in my library so that I can just download it back on my lot so that I don't have to count the depreciation value of every single thing, so that the game thinks that everything I just did place is brand new even though it's not. So what we are gonna do is renovate this house to make it look better, because for now it looks a bit silly. Like, you see this weird window placement, they look a bit too low for the median wall height. We have this one tiny lonely window in the back. These pieces don't have overhang, and that is why this whole part looks a bit weirdly. And we have windows on different height on the one wall, so it looks all weird and all out. And as for the inside, as you see, it's no better inside because we have not that much. We have a tiny kitchen which is extremely dark. We have this, like, I don't know, not a living room, it's a joke of a living room, I don't know. And we have this weird thing with the flooring because it's rotated differently. We have this open bedroom without a divided door or anything. It's like not a bedroom, it's like a studio apartment with a kid's bedroom in it. So it's all weird of a house. But we have like maybe a decent bathroom, except for the fact that it's extremely dark in here, like only this thing is lit and nothing else. We have kids' bedroom where we have only a night light and nothing else. And in here, what we have, only one standalone light. So we are gonna rebuild this house, and my rule for this haul is I'm using base game only, and I'm using all the cheats I want except for debug. I'm not going to debug, so all of the landscaping I want to do is gonna be like a real landscaping, which I'm gonna pay for with some in-game money. But we are gonna stay in exactly the same budget or less. So I have 0 millions now. I just freshly bought this house, so everything is worth the same money I'm gonna be able to buy it for. But at first, what I'm gonna do is delete all of the landscaping we have. I'm gonna leave the mailbox, I'm gonna leave the trash can, but I'm gonna remove the terrain paint because I just cannot. And what else I wanna do is add a tiny overhang to all of the roof, because this way it already looks a tiny bit better. And then I'm gonna shrink our front porch because I know that maybe it's some kind of a style with this whole staircase being inside of a porch, but it's not my style, so I'm gonna remove it. I don't like that. And short wall height. Tall or medium wall height? No, too much for me. And I'm gonna remove all of the windows on the sides because I think that for this house I will need to redo the whole floor plan. I'm gonna lower this house a tiny bit, not that much. I want to leave at least maybe 3 steps on our staircase, not that much. And we do not even have our cheaty way to get some extra money because we do not have the other side of the stairs in here. Let us go inside. I think that I'm gonna stick everything I can into my household inventory, everything I think I might need. Not this light, of course. This trash can may do. Well, I'm gonna buy a cheaper bed for a kid. I'm sorry, but that's the reality of these kind of challenges. And I think that I'm right away gonna buy an extra door, and I'm gonna place all of the bathroom stuff into my household inventory except for the light, because I'm gonna buy a ceiling light and I do not need toilet paper. 50 millions toilet paper in the starter home? No, not now. We are not doing that. That is too expensive. And this light goes away as well. And what I'm gonna do next is remove all of our floor plan because I'm gonna redo it drastically. I'm gonna remove it, I'm gonna redo it completely. First of all, I'm gonna use different floorings because I do not like this exact wooden flooring, and that is an expensive one. It's 8 millions for a piece. We can buy 4 millions for a piece and it looks better, it looks more even. So first of all, I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna remove all of the carpets, and I think that I'm gonna buy a wallpaper right away as well. And I think I'm gonna go for this one mainly, so I'm gonna color it all beige on the inside right away and ignore these doors. It's gonna go away later. I'm gonna fix it. Back to the outside. I cannot stand this like brickish or I don't know, concrete looking staircase. I'm gonna remove it with this one and maybe in this beige color. It looks so much better already. As for the inside, I have all of the furniture I will need in this house already in my household inventory, except for one bed. But I can buy this bed like literally right away, so that I do not forget that I'll need it later. So you see, we have it now. And as for the exterior, first of all, I do not like the color of these panels. I'm sorry, but it looks too gloomy. This yellow, this like light beige one, it looks so much better already. Next thing I want to do is change the color of our foundation because I hate it as well. And I did not like that it was green. And we do not need our house to match a trash can. It would look weird. What I like about this house is this contrast between this white frame with the brown wood on the inside, the same we have with the windows. So I'm gonna use like all the same windows all the way around the house. I'm not gonna change the front door. I kind of like the look from the front now, except for the roof, because the roof is a default swatch and we can make it so much prettier. Like I can pick this one and it already looks so much better. But I think I'm gonna go for brown because it will match the brown inner side of our window, so it already looks so nice and pretty on the outside. Ignore these doors, it's gonna go away, do not worry about that. But what else I wanted to do is add a stair railing because I think that it gives the house more of a finished look like this. I know that it's like beige and white and it looks weird for most people, but I kind of like the way it looks. So for now, we can go inside. And as for the inside, my idea was we can have a teeny tiny kitchen like here in the corner. I will place our dining table back in here. I think that we'll have like similar floor plan to the house we have in here, like literally something like that. It's gonna be a kid's bedroom, it's gonna be parents' bedroom. I'm gonna shrink the house like that because we do not need that big of a bump out when our house is gonna be this small. And we are gonna have a bathroom in here. And I think it's gonna be the saddest living room imaginable because the living room, I think it's gonna be like in this hallway. But my idea was that in the future, if you really want to expand the house, you can make it bigger like in this dimension. You can make it bigger like this. You can have a bigger bathroom. And if you want to have it bigger later, because for now it's like a budget challenge, so I cannot do it really, you can even expand this house like that. So like you can add like this kind of a bump out, and this living room is not that sad anymore. So I think that it still has some room for expansion, but we are not using it now because now we are on a budget. And I'm gonna remove these doors we had before, and I think I'm gonna color it to the similar color we have our floorings already. And as for the coloring of the bedrooms, I think I right away know what I want to do. So one of them is going to be like this light purple color and another one light blue. So what else do we need for a starter home? Like default colors of everything around. And right away, I'm gonna place all of the windows I might need. And if you're wondering, like, oh, this bed, like this bedroom, do they even fit a double bed? Yes, they do. And I will show it to you like a couple of moments later. Just wait for it. It's gonna happen. Do not worry about it. I'm gonna place these couple of windows in the back of our house, I think, so that it looks a bit better. As in here, I'm planning to have a living room. It's gonna be a weirdly looking living room because I'm planning to place a TV in here, maybe a couch in here, and then we'll have like this empty area in here, maybe for a desk. I'm not sure if we'll be able to afford a computer, but for sure we are able to afford a desk. So that is a good thing for this house. And I'm gonna go for some fun colors in our bedrooms. And yeah, this will go for here. I'm gonna place a TV back in here. We are gonna have a couch in here. And what I wanted to do is I wanted to place this thingy for under the TV. I think I'm gonna go for this beige color everywhere pretty much. I think it looks okay. And as for the kitchen is not gonna be anything extra. We are not talking about extra in the starter home I'm building right now. So do not worry about extra at all. Sometimes cabinets work weirdly, and this time they do not place automatically, and I hate that. Alright. I'm gonna leave these colorful appliances in the kitchen. I think I'm gonna have a bookshelf in here. I'm gonna have the same bed in our bedroom. I think I'm gonna change the swatch maybe to something like this. I like this flowers color. And I'm gonna scoot the back a bit back to the wall, the same with the kids' bed. And as for the bathroom, it's gonna be all nice and easy and nothing like too special, nothing too extremely interesting. Like we'll have the usual. And I'm gonna use the same cheapest table. I do not really like that, but it's the cheapest we can afford, and we cannot afford anything else, I think. So that's what we are gonna go for. And I think I can scoot yes, I think I can scoot a tiny bit my dining table into the wall so that we can make sure that this fridge is still functional, so that the stove is still functional. I might make it like this, but I'm not sure that this chair is gonna stay functional. What I'm gonna do is switch this whole bathroom area to tiles, because for now we do not have tiles in here. We have wallpaper, and I don't think that is a wise choice for a bathroom. So that's already a way to go. And next thing I'm gonna do is place some lights. the way around the house. I'm gonna place it like in the center of every single area we have, like that. And now that we covered most of our necessities, I think we can go for some extras like decor and stuff. But first of all, I'm gonna place this trash can somewhere hidden so that it's a bit out of the way. I'm gonna color it differently. Maybe, no, I will go for landscaping a bit later. Don't worry about that. I'm not doing it right away. I'm gonna do the same trick I did before. Like we have this dining table, we have this desk. This desk is 300 millions, but also we have this dining table, which is 220. So it's 80 millions cheaper, and it looks pretty much the same. And you can use it as a desk. So I really do prefer using this dining table instead of a desk because it looks the same, it serves the same purpose, but it looks better. But it's cheaper, so it's a good thing for a starter home, especially with a limited budget. And starter homes are usually are. And we can afford a computer in here. So congratulations, we have some stuff to do. And I'm gonna place here some books. I think I can afford a nightstand for a kid, like this one. And maybe I can sell a dresser for a kid because I'm not sure that the kid really needs that, but I can buy a Blarfy and in this pretty pink swatch. And I'm not sure I can afford anything else for a child, but what I'm sure I can afford is a light in here because I think it adds something interesting to the room. Like at least it's not that empty looking as it was like a minute before. And I'm gonna place carpets in both of the bedrooms because I do not want to bother with buying rugs in here. Carpets are cheaper if you consider like the price of the rug you place over the wooden floorings. So in here, I think I'm going to use this tiny trick. And can we afford a mirror? Yes, we can afford a mirror, and that is also a win. And I'm not sure if we can afford that much else, but I will try to go around and just place some decor, so at least we have something to look at it in the house. I'm going to place this flower in here. It will still leave this part functional. Maybe no computer. I think that I wanted a little bit more decor around the house because with the computer, apparently I cannot afford that. So I'm gonna prioritize some flowers around. At least you have a desk, and this house is actually really cheap, so you will be able to afford a computer by yourself. But for now, for the sake of this tiny little silly challenge, I'm not gonna buy a computer. And I might buy this beautiful tiny bouquet for a kid. It looks silly, of course, and this kid's bedroom looks all like very, very sad, but we cannot afford much. And I'm already spending some money to get some decor. And I can afford the football, I think. That's gonna be a nice touch for the house. At least it's gonna look like somebody's literally living in here because I think that some starter homes have this kind of a problem. And what else? I think we can afford a couple of rugs. Like we can have at least one, I think, in this living room we have, living hallway maybe, if you like, but I don't think that it's like literally can be qualified to be a living room. The living room, I think, must be done. Like we have a window in here, we have a couch, we have a TV. What else might you need? Of course, we do not have a computer in here, and we have a tiny and sad dining area. But I can place a tiny carpet underneath there as well, so that it looks at least not that sad. So it's already a bit better. And I'm not sure I can afford. I think I can afford that. Yes, it will look so much better from the outside, but we can have this small looking rug outside. At least it matches the door. And what else I might buy is maybe this tiny flower pot in here. Maybe I will even place here this tiny bush. I think it looks cute from the outside. And this way, what else we are left to do is some landscaping. And I thought that I might do something like this on the front, like these yellow flowers, but I don't think that's going to be a wise idea. Maybe buying this is going to be better because one of these is a bit cheaper than two of those, so it already looks kind of nice, I would say. And can we? Yes, we can afford a tree. That is great as well. And that is pretty much it. Like the house is done. I would like to place something in here, but I'm not sure that I can do that. Maybe the trash can move like that, like so close by the fridge, and a bookshelf can move in here. It looks a bit more logical, I would say. And I might even leave it brown, but I'm not sure that that's going to be a good idea because we don't have anything in that brown color around the house. As well as we don't have anything in this teal color, but that is fine. And I don't think that, yes, there is nothing else we can afford. At least, unless I just lower the foundation, but then the railing looks weird, so I'm not gonna do that. So, yes, I think that all we have left to do is some terrain paint. That was much quicker than I anticipated it to be. So, I think that I'm gonna do the same stuff with the terrain paint as I did in the house I made before. Like we have a tiny entryway like that. Luckily, this lot almost aligns with the street. Like as you see, we have this weird looking green line. I hate it, but I cannot do anything about it. And we'll have a tiny pathway all the way around here. And now I'm gonna place just some underlying dirt everywhere so that at least it looks like we have something going on. And I'm gonna do the same trick I did when I built my previous starter home, that one. I'm gonna just place some underlying flowers everywhere, not from debug, do not worry about that. I'm not using cheats in here. Terrain paint flowers, of course we can afford them. Terrain paint is free in The Sims 4, as all of the terrain tools, which is so unrealistic. I think that's one of the most unrealistic things in The Sims 4. And what else I wanted to do is add some tiny terrain dots under all of the bushes so that it's a bit visible, as if they are truly growing from the ground. And about these tiny flowers I was talking about. I was talking about this one. They look a bit silly when you place them like this, but if you just expand your brush so that it covers all of your lot, you can press it once and you already can see some of the texture in the ground. I can pick different flowers, do it the same, and other ones do it the same, and then I prefer just going around with a tiny round brush and just placing it in some spots, like making it a bit brighter in here and there, and that's pretty much it. Do I really need this bush in here? Maybe I should leave this planter open so that you can maybe place something there by yourself. So that this way I can just place here some flowers under our staircase so that at least this gap is covered. At least it doesn't look the same empty as it was before. Maybe that is better. What do you think? I think that you're not gonna tell me because I'm posting this long after I finished making that, so I'm just gonna go around, maybe add some flowers in here and there, and that's gonna be the house finished. And I think this must be it. So let me quickly show you what we have in the end. This house is quite a generic house, it's quite a generic starter home. I think it's a typical house when you're starting playing because it has like generally 2 bedrooms in the starter home, which is not that common in here. I think that I'm not sure how many bedrooms this house has, but this house was only 1 bedroom and I made it 2 bedrooms, so it's much more usable now as well. In this house, we had like a bit different look on the outside. Like this was the house before. These were windows on the side. This was what we had on the inside. Now this house looks like this, and I think that it looks a bit more pretty now because we have like not this trash can just stuck right by the side of the house. We have it on short wall height, which is much easier to decorate. At least it's important when you're playing in the starter home, I think. And we have much more stuff to do inside, so let us go inside, I think. Like first of all, when you enter the porch, here we have a planter like kind of in the nook hidden behind this bump out of the house. Here we have a desk, here we have a tiny kitchen, and also here we have a tiny dining table. So if you have some money, you can buy a computer for yourself, you can read some books in here, which is also usable for skill building, of course, and you can eat, of course. And it's fire safe because we have a fire alarm in here. When you go into this hallway, you found out that this hallway is not just a hallway, it's a living room. So in here you can sit and watch TV, maybe fix your phone need, you can read some more books because this functions as a bookshelf as well. If you go straight ahead, here we have a bathroom. It's literally nothing usual, nothing unusual. Like we have a shower, a toilet, a sink, and a mirror. Like you can do the usual stuff you can do in the bathroom. As you enter this room, this is a primary bedroom. I know it's quite sad looking for a primary bedroom, but at least here we have another skill building item. A mirror. You can have your charisma up. And if you go to this bedroom, kid's bedroom, I know it's also quite a sad of a bedroom, but in here we have a teddy bear, so kid can fix its social need or maybe fun need, and your kid can sleep in here. And that is pretty much it. And this desk is also usable if your kid needs to do his or her homework, so it's all good. And as for the landscaping, nothing so special, just some flowers around, a tree, and a couple of bushes. And that is it. If you like videos like that, when I go and renovate some of the base game houses, some of the houses which were built like almost 10 years ago now, just you can subscribe my channel. And as for these builds, I'm gonna post it on my gallery. It's gonna be called Creek Cabana Renovation. I am not that good with my imagination, so it's Creek Cabana Renovation. You can find it by my glove run hashtag, and probably that must be a goodbye.